Maxine Alleyne-Esprit, and I'm proprietor, managing director of Riverstone Bar and Grill, which is in the heart of Dominica's rainforest, in the center of the island, in a small village called Bells. We've become very well known as the Creole Island, with the establishment, for instance, of the World Creole Music Festival. And so you have the music and the Creole culture and dress and language, all of that is being revived. Also culturally, we have a very strong Kalinago community because of it's actually a territory that has been reserved for them, and there's positives and negatives attached to that. But they've had some strong leadership over the years, and so there's a national pride that has developed around the Caribs, as they are called, officially still, but they actually are the Kalinago tribe. And so we also have that in terms of strength. And then more and more you find that properties are developing that are trying to be as eco-friendly as possible and are trying to really tie in a very local experience so that they will feature the historical aspects, the cultural aspects, and trying as much as possible to be environmentally friendly. Also individuals, you find, you look around and you see a lot of solar water heaters, for instance, just as a beginning, and there's been experiments with wind power. And right now on a national scale, we also have a big geothermal project that is aiming to take our electricity away from the fossil fuel generation, off the grid. We do have, I think it's officially about 40% of our electricity is hydro generated. So that is already a beginning. But the geothermal, I think, will be a tremendous opportunity because it also allows us to export off the grid power to our neighboring islands, Martinique and Guadeloupe initially, as far as I understand the plan. So to sort of create a family atmosphere and somewhere that locals as well as visitors can come and experience a cool, relaxing, refreshing Dominican day. We are right on the riverside, overlooking the river, the bar. You sit at the bar and there's a cantilever right over the river. So the same sounds that you get here are the same sounds that you get sitting at Riverstone. So that in itself just creates a very relaxing atmosphere. Riverstone is right here. You see the village of Bells. We're right here in the corner. Right, and some of the things that you have in the area, we have the Spani Waterfalls, which is just up the road, about 3 minutes up the road. We also have Jacko Steps and Jacko Flats. Now, Jacko Steps is actually, this entire central region was originally inhabited by the Maroons. You found that the Caribs lived along the coastline because they fished and they did the agriculture, but this entire section of the island is high. So the slaves would escape from the plantations on the coast, the flat land, and come up into the mountains where the plantation owners and the authorities couldn't find them. So this entire area is actually was originally Maroon inhabited. And one of our most well-known Maroons was Jacko. And so here you have a hike down the river and to this place called Jacko Steps, which is where Jacko Steps and Jacko Flats were actually, that was his settlement. This was where his community lived. So the steps are the original steps that were built by Jacko's Maroons, Jacko's community, because their settlement was up on a ridge in the middle of the river. So the steps were built very high so that the authorities, even if they got there, for them to come up to the settlement, the Maroons would know. Right, so you have these original steps there. So it's quite a hike. You have to go down the river and then do this thing. But so we have Jacko Steps and Jacko Falls right in the area, and we also have the Emerald Pool, which is very well known, one of the picture spots of Dominica. So we have some attractions right around our area here. We are also surrounded by the Northern Forest Reserve, the Central Forest Reserve, and the Mont Wapiton National Park, World Heritage Site right here.